Now, today's session of Mindset Mondays is on increasing energy. Now, I think we all know that there's physical ways we could improve our energy. We can eat better, we can get better sleep, we could exercise, we could hug a friend, we could go high five a tree. There's lots of things we could go out and do. But in today's session, we're going to talk about how what you think affects your levels of energy. And a great example of this is in 2007, psychologist Alan Langer conducted an experiment with 84 maids at hotels. They were in 7 different hotels. And she split the group into half. And for half of those people, she got them together and she told them, you know what, being a maid, you're actually meeting all the guidelines by the Surgeon General for exercise each day. Your job is actually keeping you extremely fit and healthy. And they talked about all the benefits of all the different things, the scrubbing, what that was actually doing, vacuuming, walking up all the stairs. They talked about all the chemistry that was happening in their body that was actually happening because of a benefit of just because of their work. 4 weeks later, they got the same group together and they tested them, blood works and all that kind of stuff. And they found every single person in that group had lowered their weight, they'd decreased their blood pressure, and decreased body fat. Now, none of them reported changing any real behaviors or anything like that, but they all reported feeling more motivated to go to work. They reported enjoying it more because every time they were at work, they were scrubbing like, I'm actually fit and healthy. What happened? They changed the way that they thought about themselves and what they were doing. This is you can call it the placebo effect, you could call it anything that you want. The real truth of this matter is what we think about really does dictate a lot of our reality. I think there was a doctor, I wrote his name down here, Dr. Norman Cousins. He was a pioneer in the study of the mind-body connection, and he famously said, drugs are not always necessary, but belief in recovery always is. As someone who had chronic fatigue syndrome for 17 years on 5 different prescriptions just to be able to function, couldn't do a full week at work, I can attest to this. A lot of people, when they ask me, well, how did you get over the chronic fatigue? Like I've been sick 7 times in 7 years now. A lot of people want me to say, oh, I started exercising. I saw this doctor. I read this book. And they're always shocked with the simplicity of it. I literally just changed what I thought about every day. I stopped beating myself up. I started telling myself how I can succeed. I started bringing attention to how I was grateful. Now, those you could say are actions that I was doing, but it was relentless. I worked with a mindset coach. I had someone who told me, picked up all the little nuances in what I was saying. You listen to people, they walk around, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I've got no energy. It's so hard. What's their life like? They don't have energy. Life seems really hard. And there's other people who walk around, they're just like, you know what a beautiful day. And they're just lighting up. They've got a smile on their face and they just radiate this energy and bring it into everything and everyone around them. Do you think that that's a coincidence? No. Our thoughts affect our reality. Now, if you want to energize yourself more, we start with our thinking. I mean, you can also go exercise, you can do all those things. But one of the most helpful things I learned was this technique, which I'm just going to tell you. It's just 3 steps, 3 very easy steps. Number 1 is catch the negative thought. You know, about 6 months ago, I was walking around at home and I said to my partner too many times, I'm tired. Oh, I'm so tired today. And I was like, what am I doing? So we've got a rule in my house. As soon as you say you're tired or something, one of us picks it up on each other and we say, do you want to be tired? And I'll be like, no, you're right. Okay. And I reaffirm to myself what it is that I want. I'm a walking mass of energy. I am someone who literally has so many loving things around me. I get to be alive on this rock for I don't know how long. How much of a miracle is it that I'm here? I don't have time to be tired. I'm energized and I activate the cells. I can literally, just as I'm saying this, feel it. I can feel my energy building, my desire to serve you, to put on the best presentation, just building as I'm thinking about it. I'm seeing images that motivate and inspire me. Now, for you, this could be anything. You might remind yourself of, I sometimes remind myself when it gets hard, if Bob Proctor, who didn't finish high school and back in the 60s can become a world famous coach, didn't even finish school. I'm like, I can do this. There's so many things I've got access to that he didn't. And I also wrote another name down. I just want to find it because I feel like it was really, really important. Oh, I can't remember his name. It was like Brian Kevin Bryant, I think. He had cerebral palsy and he ran a marathon. I mean, he walked it. And I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, if someone with cerebral palsy, through willpower and determination and focus, can get through a marathon, I can get out of my bed and do the best I can today. We remind ourselves of this. So step one, catch the thought. Step two, reaffirm something to yourself that motivates, inspires you. Say whatever, and it's a skill. You get better at it the more you do it, and in more different situations. And then the third thing is, and I love this one, change your body position. Move your body. Sometimes I'll just be like, ugh, don't want that feeling. I love that saying. The issues are in the tissues. Your body keeps the score. It feels the emotion of what you're saying. So shake it out, reset, take a few deep breaths if you need to, and strike some kind of body pose. Do some kind of motion. If you want to feel more happy in that moment or joyous, smile. If you want to feel more powerful and energized, I do a power pose. I literally like ball my fist and like as if I'm flexing like I'm Arnie at a bodybuilding thing. Feels weird, but I just do it. I'm like, wake up, cells, get going, release that energy. I don't believe that people get energy. I believe that they release it. I believe that they activate certain chemicals in their body through what they're thinking. And they've studied this. Certain thoughts release certain chemicals into your body. If you're stressed, you're releasing cortisol, you're feeling tired, your body's preparing for stressful situations, your stomach is affected because it's ready for it. The same way if you have a nightmare, you wake up and your body's all tense and everything, nothing actually happened, you just thought it into existence. It's the same with when you're conscious and awake. But if you sit there and think about things that you're grateful for, something that energizes you, motivates you, and you assume the power position of that, whatever it is, for you, it could be smiling, putting your hand on your heart. But that's what we're going to explore with our journaling today. Now, if you want to go into more depth with this or something, obviously I've only got a few minutes. It's a topic I'm very passionate about, as you could probably tell. So do feel free to write down a question if you want to discuss it at the end of the call when we stop, or you can reach out to me and we can have a chat. But question number one, I want you to grab like a piece of paper or something, pen and paper, to do some journaling, or you can open up a new tab on a device, new word page, whatever it is that you want to do. And just write Mindset Mondays, increasing energy. If you're anything like me, I always forget the dates of things. So maybe write the date, which is the 27th of the 1st. But just on a pen and paper or on your device. Mindset Mondays, just so you can save it and reflect on it. And we'll jump into question one to journal on. Knowing that where attention goes, energy flows, what energetic, emotional state do you want to feel more of? And I want you to answer this by writing down, because it's good to give yourself this command, the energizing, emotional state. So write that down. The energizing, emotional state I want to feel more often is. The energizing, emotional state I want to feel more often is. And write down what comes to you. Maybe it's excitement. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's confidence. Maybe it's just energy, vibrancy. Beautiful. And once you've got something, just give me a thumbs up so I know to move on to the next question. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, Nicholas. Beautiful. Amazing. And yeah, people without cameras, yeah, just the emojis all at once. Beautiful. Question number two. I want you to think about this emotion. Just really think about what you just wrote down, that emotion, and write out a description of what this emotional state looks and feels like being lived in your world. And you can answer this by writing when experiencing, and then write the emotion. So when experiencing confidence, when experiencing peace, when experiencing vibrancy, motivation. In my life, I can see myself. So when experiencing the emotion, in my life, I can see myself. And write about it. When you're at peace, what are you doing? I see myself being kinder to others. I see myself walking into rooms with just a lightness. I see myself relaxing. I see myself being passionate about work. If it's motivation, I see myself being prepared, organized. Write down whatever comes to mind. When experiencing that emotion in my life, I can see myself. And if you need to, just take a deep breath, feel yourself into this. Really explore this. Maybe it's one area, maybe it's multiple areas. Our mind works in images and time. Beautiful. And once you feel pretty happy with that, just give us a thumbs up. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, Nicholas. Beautiful. Thanks, Sal. And if you want to leave a few lines, you can add to this later. Sometimes I love reading back on my journal. I leave lines because I know that I want to read and add to it. So that's a really helpful practice to read and add to it because you're expanding your awareness, you're expanding the image. It's like life is like a jigsaw puzzle. If you've only got one little piece, it's hard to see how it all connects. Question number 3, and this is a great one. I love this one because this is practicing this. What can you say to yourself often every time you want to feel this desired emotion? And you can answer this by saying to activate and then write the emotion, to activate inner peace, to activate motivation. I can simply remind myself. To activate, write the emotion. I can simply remind myself. If you want to feel motivated, remind yourself of the people who are counting on you. Remind yourself how you are capable. Remind yourself of something you've done that's amazing in the past. Maybe you remind yourself that of someone like Bob Proctor. Maybe you remind yourself of a family member who's counting on you. And if this is hard, good. The harder these questions are to answer, the more beneficial it is. You're opening up your thoughts to new ideas, new pathways. And again, just breathe, relax into it. There's no pressure, there's no judgment, no perfect answer. Again, if it's hard to answer this one, that's okay. That's okay. It's just a sign that that state is going to be maybe a bit more difficult for you to feel. And that's okay. That's what we're doing here. We're doing the work. Whether you can do 20 push-ups or you can only do half of one, that's okay. And once you've got an answer you're happy with, just give me a thumbs up. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, Nicholas. You guys are leading the way there. Tara, Myra, beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Naomi, Jeanette, Susan. Beautiful. Now, number 4, I want you to think about this chosen emotional state and ask yourself, what can I do as a physical motion or a body pose or something to activate this feeling? For me, it's like tensing my body up. For you, it might be like taking really deep breaths. But I want you to intuitively feel into it. What does that emotion feel like in your body? If you're at peace, what are you doing? Are your shoulders back? If you're motivated, are you determined in your face? Do you feel like a pull forward? Maybe even leaning forward and like feeling energy might be it. You can write it out. To activate emotion, I will, or I can. Language matters. Saying I will feels like pressure. I can feels like a nice, helpful suggestion. Some people, it's putting your arms up like this, stretching. Most people, it's like some kind of power pose, something that makes them feel powerful, depending on the energy. Maybe you want to put your hand on your heart. Once you feel like you've got a motion that you can do, might be even be like a it's better the more inconspicuous it is, because if you're on the train and you're just going, like, people might be alarmed or something. For me, I could do my one like just tensing up my body and like my fist without many people watching or seeing. I can even do it with my hand in my pocket. I've seen people who like grab their ear. So that's like an interesting one. And once you've got something, just let me know. I think we saw a couple of thumbs up. Jonathan, yep, beautiful, Nicholas. Amazing, amazing. Now, let's practice that. We're actually going to practice that right now. So to practice, you can either close your eyes if you need to. You can leave them open. But first of all, just to break state, just move your body a little bit. Just move your body in any way that you need to. And think about that emotional state that you want to feel. I want you to think about that emotional state that you want to feel. And what I want you to do first of all is I want you to activate that body motion. If it's deep breathing, if it's putting your hand on your heart, if it's tensing up, I want you to activate that. And while you're activating that, I want you to remind yourself of what it was that you're saying to yourself before to feel it. Like, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm capable of doing everything necessary to achieve my goals. Whatever it is, say whatever it is that is in line internally. Keep going for another 20 seconds. Really feel into it. Now, once you're done, just letting go of it and just noticing how you feel. Whether you feel different, whether you feel a little bit different. Again, this is a skill. The first time I did this, I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? I don't know how to feel that emotion. It's a skill. And if you need help with it, let me know. I love helping people do this stuff. Now, at the end, I'll probably get you to share how you went with that, but we are going to jump into our guided meditation. So I hope you enjoyed what we've done so far. Maybe even just like give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it so far, if you're getting something out of it. Yep, beautiful, beautiful, amazing. Yep, lots of thumbs up. Thanks, Tash, Dev, Myra, Tara, Susan. Beautiful, amazing. Ah, that's good. Amazing. So just taking a moment to get yourself nice and comfortable, play some music through the speakers to help us, well, you guys hear it. So I'll put some headphones on so I can hear it a little bit better myself. But just taking a moment to relax yourself, get like into the space. We are going to start today with, before I put the music on and start relaxing, I want to explain what we're going to do with our breathing. Because we're stepping into energy, we want to activate our body. That means a bit of movement. What we're going to do is breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. But every time we breathe in, we're going to raise our arms up. Now you can just go this far, whatever range, if you've got an injury or something. But if you can, reach as far as you can up, all the way up. So every time you breathe in, you breathe in through your nose, reach up. Every time you breathe out, you bring your arms back down. And we will do it quite quick and I will guide you. But on the last exhale, when you breathe all the way out, I want you to breathe it all out, all the oxygen out, and I want you to hold it. Now, you can do this by putting pressure on or tensing up your pelvic area. They call this like a root lock, I think it is, in breath work and stuff like that. But you just tense up the body, imagine that you're trying to stop yourself from peeing is the best way to describe it. So breathe all the oxygen out and just hold for 10 seconds. And then after that, I'll let you say just release. And you just return your breathing to normal for a moment. Just notice how you feel. And we're going to do this breathing exercise 3 times. Now, I will guide you. So if you're a little bit confused, that's all right. Just watch me. But just taking a moment to get yourself nice and comfortable in whatever position that you need to. Maybe you need to move your butt. Maybe you need to stretch out a little bit. the more comfortable you can be while doing this, the more beneficial it will be for you. That way you're not focused on how uncomfortable you feel, which is very distracting in a meditation. All right, beautiful. Just taking a moment, let yourself relax into the space. Just setting the intention to really give this your best effort without judgment, without the need to compare yourself to others or what experience you think you should have. And just accept whatever experience that you're going to have is completely fine, completely perfect, completely amazing. Now we're going to do our first inhale and bring our arms up. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms down. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 One more. Breathe in and breathe all the way out. Holding your breath now, 10 seconds. Squeezing your pelvis if you need to. If you need to inhale before, that's okay. Taking a big deep breath in. Just allowing yourself to relax for a moment. Just enjoy the stillness. Amazing. Awesome. We're going to do one more round of breathing. So I want you to bring your arms up to shoulder height. And we'll do 20 inhales and exhales. Our first inhale through the nose will be in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 One more, breathe in and breathe all the way out, letting your hands go back down onto your knees. Squeezing to hold in the air. Just down in your hips. Try and relax the rest of your body, but just focus on holding. And you can take a deep inhale whenever you feel ready. Just arriving in the stillness and just noticing how you feel. And while you're in this nice, relaxed state of mind, I want you to imagine that right now your body is floating in infinite nothingness. Just imagine that there's just blackness all around you and you're just floating. And I want you to imagine that you can see a bright orb coming towards you from a distance. It looks like a shooting star coming towards you. And as it gets near to you, 20, 10 meters, I want you to imagine that it's just a big round ball of energy, about 2 meters tall. And just see it, and it feels calming to see its presence. And I want you to imagine for a moment that emotional state that you really want to feel. You want to feel more of in your life. And I want you to bring it to mind, that emotional state, just in a few words in your mind, what it is. And know that this ball is completely unadulterated, purely this emotion. And now that you know that, I want you to choose what color you can see this ball turning into. Maybe it's blue, maybe it's green, purple, whatever color represents that emotion to you. See it pulsing, see it radiating beautiful energy. And I want you to feel yourself floating towards it, knowing that as soon as you touch it and you float inside of it, you are going to feel this emotion in the most purest, intense way you possibly can. Feel a little spark of excitement within you as you start moving towards this orb. Just feel the energy of it just touching your skin like a sun putting beautiful sunlight on your face. Just feel the energy of it radiating outwards. And as you feel yourself touch it and move into it, I want you to just feel the emotion just take over every cell of your body. Feel your facial muscles moving to represent the feeling. Feel your breathing representing this emotion. Your body posture, feel your shoulders pulling back. Just imagine feeling the whole emotion all through your body. Imagining you can see this color moving through your body. Feel it moving into every cell of your being. Feel it moving into your heart, your lungs, your shoulders, your eyes, your head, every part of your body, your toes, your feet. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, enjoying this emotion. Now, in your mind, as you're floating in this orb, I want you to, on the screen of your mind, see a situation you really want to experience this emotion for. And I want you to imagine stepping into it and seeing yourself living out the scene how you want to show up. If you're feeling this emotion, step into that scene and start living the emotion freely. Seeing yourself doing things in a slightly different way to maybe you normally have before. Seeing people around you respond to your emotional state. See them appreciating it, enjoying it. See it helping the people that you love and care about. Really enjoy it. Now in this vision, I want you to pay attention to what you can hear. Whatever image you're seeing right now, I want you to hear your internal dialogue, what you're saying to yourself. Maybe you're proud of yourself, maybe you're grateful for life. Focus on your internal dialogue of what you would be saying to yourself. Now imagining other sounds that you can hear. Maybe someone you love or care about, or someone that you're working with is saying something to you because you're being this way. They're giving you some kind of praise or appreciation. And I want you to now remind yourself of the emotion, and I want you to turn it up in this situation. Really feel grateful for it. Feel it pulsating, feel it influencing your actions, your thoughts, the results that you're getting around you, how you're showing up, and just feel the intensity of the emotion. Just turn it all the way up. As it gets more intense, see everything brighter, hear sounds louder, feel the emotion just rising up in your body. And just taking a moment to really appreciate the feeling you're having, being grateful for it, and just noticing how everything that you're experiencing, everything you saw, is a possibility that you can experience. And feel a surge of excitement, desire to feel this way, to act this way. Just imagine that you can feel yourself letting go of the image, finding yourself back in that beautiful orb of your desired emotion. And I want you to slowly just feel yourself floating out of the orb, back out into the space. And as you leave the orb, just noticing how you can look at your body and you can still see that color, the emotion just deep within your body, just glowing. And even though this orb has left you and you see it fly off into the distance, knowing that you are now changed. You now have greater access to this emotional state, and you can feel a desire within you to use it, to feel it more often. Maybe even a desire to do this exercise more often to feel it. And I want you to just take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And imagine yourself coming back into your body where you sit right now, just slowly becoming aware of the weight of your body on the surface beneath you, maybe the temperature of the room, maybe any sounds that you can hear. And as you slowly come back into your body, just bring some gentle motion into it. You can move your shoulders, you can move your head from side to side. You can start wiggling your fingers or your toes. You can begin to stretch out. And with another deep breath in, deep breath out. Just giving thanks to yourself for being here and doing this. Give yourself some love, some self-appreciation. And when you feel ready, and with no rush, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. Amazing work. Just taking your time. Whatever you need to do. If you need to write something down, if you need to just sit here, that's completely fine. Well done for showing up today, putting in the effort, working on your mindset. It's not always easy, but it's always beneficial. If you found it difficult or challenging, that's okay as well. It's completely fine. Some of these are. That's completely fine. Now, the way that I do this is if you need to go, you need to jump off, that's completely fine as well. If something came up for you that you want to reach out and talk to me about, I am a mindset coach. My specialty is I help people identify their purpose, build habits and self-belief so they can become happy goal achievers. So if you feel that that's something where maybe you're procrastinating, you don't have very helpful habits, maybe you don't have a great relationship with yourself, you're not really believing in yourself, you're talking badly to yourself, that's where I thrive. And that's what I absolutely love helping people with. So if that's something you feel interested in, feel free to reach out on Meetup. You can go there, send me a message, or you can add me on Instagram, Facebook, David Keith Turner Coaching on all the platforms, or you can even have a look in more depth of what I do on my website, which is davidkeithturner.com. Also, if you do want to book a session with me, I actually recently did this thing where a lot of people don't want a free call because they know that it's probably going to be like a sales call, so to speak, but they do want to try what it is that I do. They don't want to have a free one because they feel guilty about it. So I've actually developed this thing where if you want to pay $50 Australian for a 1 hour mindset coaching call, no sales or anything, literally just dive into something, and you haven't had a session with me before, you can click on that link and have a look at what it entails. Something that, yeah, a lot of people have actually taken me up on, surprisingly, because I figured the free call would have been better, but people like actually paying for a service. Who knows? Who would have thought it? Anyway, I'm going to end the recording, but I'm going to stay on. And if you want to share something about your experience, you want to ask a question, feel free to do so. If you need to jump off, that's completely fine. This is your time. But thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you all for being here. You know, this is like 102 sessions that we've done now in a row. I wouldn't keep doing it if I didn't enjoy it and I didn't see people getting so much out of it. Some of the stories I've heard from people who show up regularly and actually practice the things that we're talking about has been incredible. So I'll keep doing it while people keep showing up and while people keep still getting something out of it.